It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
They've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tannehill now running the option to the right side. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Austin Hooper from 8 yards out. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and the Bengals have a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here we go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Here we go, here we go. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Burrow going to throw again. Escaping the... Now Burrow loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. This is caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Tannehill on 3rd down. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Darius. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got his... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
One, ready?
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1, ready?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the air again, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Higgins, and the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Tennessee offense set to go again. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working. And
that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th as time has run out on quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 52 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws, and how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On one, ready?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
12, 11, MT, take.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Another nice move. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Burrow. And this is caught inside the 5.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This pass caught at the 4.
Hey, we gotta keep scoring.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got it to the 43 here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.